What up, guys? It's your boy Akie checking in here with another video. And today was a bit of a trippy day. Let me explain. Today I was supposed to go to a house that was under some expired listings that, someone was trying to sell maybe less than 10 days ago. And I just went to the house and you won't believe what happened. I'm going to go ahead and insert the beginning of the video that I thought I was going to make. And then after you watch that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what happened when I got to the property. And basically the lesson I learned. So, yeah. Enjoy. What's up, YouTube family? It's your boy Akie checking in here with another video. Today I want to talk to you about what's going on with me today. So basically I'm right here at the store, and as you can see, I've been doing a little bit of work on the CPU. Just doing a little bit of map work and GIS, just doing some searches. And what I came across today was an expired listing that I went ahead and just did a cold call and got a hold of a seller. And so the situation is he actually lives in Georgia, and the house is out here, in my part of Virginia, in Roanoke, Virginia. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and head out to the house today, and you guys are going to come with me. I'm going to do a walkthrough, see how much I can offer him on the property. What he had the property listed at was 35, and I'm going to use that as a negotiating power. Now, the after repair value is actually around 90 to 100,000, which is pretty cool. So I may go ahead and try to partner up with somebody on this and try to go ahead and do a flip, or I'm going to go ahead and do a wholesale for a $15,000 to $20,000 assignment, because the comps on this are just are pretty good. So yeah, man. So I'm going to go ahead and take you with me. Hope you enjoy. Alright guys, here we are. We are right here at the house. And this was a listing that was on the MLS, less than I want to say 11 days ago. So the lesson here is, if you snooze, you lose. Yeah, so if you snooze, you lose. There's so many property out here that just looks like they're in distress shape. Like, for instance, look at this one right here. Distressed. There's so many of them that I see around this area that's distressed. Right now I'm literally doing drop for dollars. I'm gonna call the property owner back and even see if he knew about this, because if that's the case, that's probably gonna be the situation with a lot of these houses over here. I've got about 5 houses that I've already put in my CRM to be looked up, and then see who the owners are, just to see what the situation is around this part of town. Now, that is something that I've never experienced before. Just seeing a property totally demolished, and this side of town, I'm not gonna lie to you, this is like a whole city over. It's about 15 minutes outside of Roanoke. That is pretty well off, I guess you could say. They're the way they do, the way they structure their taxes and the way they take care of their people, within the city is just way better than what Roanoke does. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I say that, I mean like they have public Wi-Fi. Here's another house. Look at this. I'm gonna show you. There's a lot of situations like that out here, man. Like crazy. Even if they're not distressed, man, like the houses are just in pretty bad shape. Look at this lot right here. I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe I just have real estate eyes. You know that feel. But, you know, just driving by some of these houses, man, you can't help but just write down addresses and just see all the opportunity that's out there. Because if you guys aren't driving around right now, I don't know what part of the country y'all are in, but it's pretty obvious. It's only been spring out here for a couple weeks now, and this is the first week that it's really nice outside like that. Like, if you're not outside doing driving for dollars right now, then you're tripping. Although it was a wasted trip in terms of looking at that house in particular, because he said that, you know, the back door would have been open. You know, it would have been a real, but I mean, it's not a wasted trip. You know, it's still a good look in terms of just getting leads. Got about 5 to 10 good houses right now that I'm gonna go back and look at and see what I can do with them. On a side note, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out, you know, what the policy is in terms of demolition, because that's a whole nother motivation list right there. You guys learned about maybe you already know about the demolition list, but I did not. Like, the house was on the MLS. Listen, I don't think you guys understand. It was on the MLS, listed with a realtor. The listing expired. The house is gone. Like, it happened that quick, man. Now, what the seller told me was, he told me that he knows that the house is in pretty rough shape, and that he just wanted to get some amount of money with it. Now, he said that he did have a friend living in it about 10 years ago. Mind you, that's back in 07, 08. He had somebody living in it back in 07, 08, and that the person passed away, and he lives all the way in Georgia. And the reason why he hasn't been back to look at the property or see the property is just because he is actually disabled. So if you don't call that motivation, I don't know what you call it. Now, he didn't want too much for the property. The comps in the area are amazing. Like I said, they're around 93,000 to 100,000, and these are for like little houses too. Like, this part of town is really really prosperous, I guess you could say. I mean, I don't have a unique word for it. I mean, it's just a good part of town, a good part to live in. It's really close to the police station, so it's low crime. The properties just so happen to be empty. I'm not sure if people are passing away, and then, you know, people aren't coming back to recover, or the heirs aren't coming back to recover the property, or what's going on. But, you know, definitely something I'm going to look into, going to let you guys know about it, because if this is a new motivation list, then, you know, I'm definitely going to be more so on this side of town, you know, because not a lot of people are hitting that list up. I mean, if people are hitting that list up, think about it. If people were hitting that list up, that house wouldn't have got demolished. The house was on the MLS, and then now the house is gone. So I'm going to call the city tomorrow, you know, the city right beside me, and see what in the hell happened with that situation. And I'll be sure to let you guys know, man. Right now, I'm pretty much done with driving for dollars. Going to do a little bit more work and then finish off for the night. Planning my week. I know you guys are probably still wondering what's happening with that seller from the house that I had to literally do like deep intensive research on to find out that he was at a nursing home. Looks like he's really not motivated anymore, and the house is just sitting there. And he's the difference between, I think, the situation today and his situation is that, you know, his house is probably going to go through tax foreclosure, which is something that, you know, I'm really not one to go to an auction and, you know, bid on it. And then once you bid on it, you have to get it under contract. Once you get it under contract, well, first you have to put it down an earnest money deposit, either 10% of the total ARV of the property, or, you know, $10,000, and then you have to come up with the rest of the cash within 24 hours, I believe. So it's really hard to do a wholesale deal, because if someone's going to buy it off of you, then they would just go to the auction themselves unless they're too busy. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. That's all I really got for this one, man. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned a little something. It's a whole new demolition, man. I'm gonna look it up, let you guys know what I find. All right, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm making content like this 2 to 3 times a week now. I'm just basically documenting my journey. You know, I'm no expert, I'm no guru. I started this business less than a year ago. Just documenting as I learn new things and posting what I'm doing on a daily or weekly basis rather. Alright, your boy Akie signing out. Talk to you next video. Yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video. Talk to you next time. Peace.